And this guy that he went to work for, teaching, was playing with me. And at that particular time, he hadn't gone to this way that O'Grady teaches, and he's hitting the ball pretty good. I mean, real good. But I shot the first side 5 under. Then they put out some damn amateurs, and we had to wait about an hour and a half or 2 hours. And I got cooled off, and I shot one over on the backside. But that's because when you get things going, you hate to stop in the middle of it, you know. You lose the thrill of the excitement of those, finish the first 9 5 under, you know.
You talk to people that have worked with O'Grady. What is your feeling of his ideas?
Well, all I've seen is the results. I don't question a thing. I don't try to deter them away from the teacher. I just look at their results, and I want to vomit. I mean, to watch the average person teacher go to the courses. I had one man who was head of physics, UCLA. He brought his wife down to my range, and she took it as shorthand information. He went to every known golf pro in the Southern California section. He came back and he says, Mike, I'm going to take up kinesiology at UCLA because it looks like what you've got here is so superior, and I'll know when I take it up just how superior it is. And a man, his name is Jimmy Hines. He owns a hell of a lot of plants. I told him, he started teaching. I says, when the hell don't you open up some plants? He did. He became a multi-millionaire, you know. Instead of drawing teachers' pay, he got these manufacturers successful pay, you know.
That better book now. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it. I know I went back to a deal in Wisconsin, Milwaukee, and they had this grout, and they had Byron Nelson, and they had a bunch of pros from all over. And I kind of felt sorry because they asked me to do a deal on kinesiology. Well, hell, it's like talking to a person in Greek and they didn't speak it, you know. But they didn't know it was over their head. If I just talk, you know, and told you you have to use this muscle, that muscle, it wouldn't mean crap to you. But if I illustrate it and so forth, I didn't have but a certain amount of time to go it. And this is a nebulous explanation, you understand? But they wouldn't understand it unless I had 2 or 3 hours to explain it. I've been in 23 countries lecturing to colleges on kinesiology. I did all the analysis for the Japanese government in karate, judo, jiu-jitsu, aikido, kung fu. I got $100,000 for 60 days of work. A big mistake. They said, if you don't want to pay taxes, leave your money here. Buy Toyota stock. Get it for 28 cents a share. Well, it hadn't come to America. Well, it came over. It went to $179 a share. 28 cents to $179 a share. You know, I had to pay them 20% tax. You know, I brought back 80,000. You know.
Mike, before we go to lunch, how much do you watch some of these guys hit some balls?
Oh yeah. And I mean, do your people understand what I've said? Well, I will tell you one thing. There is no better way to hit a ball than this.
You took somebody like Lee Trevino or somebody with kind of an orthodox golf swing, and you tried to change him at a late stage when they become a pretty good player. So different in your style or something. Would
give him more power and more consistency. But you see, you're dealing now with a lengthily trained reflex pattern. It takes a lot of balls and a lot of determination to stick with this, you know, before you can make the change. Just because you know it doesn't mean you can do it. You got to train muscles and nerves. And working with the nerves is like working with wild animals. You can make, hell, I saw a man teach bears how to dance. He put tuxedo and evening gowns on bears, and they could waltz, they could foxtrot, they could polka, you know. I asked him how in the hell it was at the World Fair. I said, how the hell did you do that? I'm demonstrating golf there. He says, I got a cage. Underneath the cage, I got gas jets and the holes in. I light those things and turn on the polka. And then and they'll dance to that polka. That's the way I taught them. I turned on the waltz and they did to that. Then I had a damn guy there that was take a horse and he'd get in the bed and he'd pull the sheet over him. And I had a dog that'd play a piano. They had keys like big enough for the dog to play it. He's playing God Bless America.
What's the best way to get somebody, to change somebody from a bad motion to a good motion?
Well, first thing you show them the basics. And that's what I like to do before they go to lunch, okay? All right. And after making the address, well, you stand up here, do it, no. I just want to make